The United States Army is embarking on the most significant transformation of its individual weaponry in decades. This shift is driven by the introduction of the M7 rifle and the XM157 fire control sight for its infantry. These systems represent a technological leap that promises to redefine soldier effectiveness on the battlefield. This advancement is considered the greatest since the adoption of the M16 rifle in the 1960s. It not only replaces equipment but ushers in a new combat philosophy for ground forces. The fundamental objective is clear: to transform soldiers into precision shooters. This ambition is achieved through an unprecedented combination of firepower, range, and targeting technology. The M7 was born from an ambitious program known as Next Generation Squad Weapon, or NGSW. This program culminated in a 10-year contract, valued at $2.7 billion, awarded to SIG Sauer. The rifle, initially designated as XM7 during the testing phase, has now been officially named M7. It marks the beginning of a new era for individual combat. One of the most striking features of the M7 is its innovative caliber, the 6.8 by 51 mm. This caliber provides an effective range of up to 600 meters, doubling that of the M4. Beyond the range, the 6.8 by 51 mm offers greater stopping power than the M4's 5.56 mm. It is capable of penetrating armor and concrete structures, an insurmountable challenge for the previous caliber. The projectile's muzzle velocity reaches an impressive 915 meters per second. This characteristic gives the M7 an impact energy comparable to that of 7.62 mm NATO caliber battle rifles. The 6.8 by 51 mm ammunition uses a hybrid cartridge patented by SIG Sauer. This design combines a steel base with a brass body. This configuration allows for chamber pressures up to 20% higher than conventional cartridges. The result is a noticeable increase in projectile velocity and penetration capability. The M7 weighs approximately 3.8 kilograms with the suppressor attached. In combat load, the complete system can weigh up to 4.45 kilograms. Comparatively, the M4, weighing around 3.35 kilograms, is lighter. This increased weight of the M7 and its more robust ammunition impose a greater burden on the soldier. Enhanced versions, such as the M7 Pi and the M7 Carbine, are under development. These variants aim to mitigate the additional weight, seeking to optimize mobility without sacrificing firepower. The XM157 scope, a centerpiece of this new era, is manufactured by Vortex Optics. This optics specialist company was awarded a 10-year contract with the potential for 250,000 units. The value of this contract, also $2.7 billion, underscores the strategic importance attributed to this component. It represents a substantial investment in the Army's technological superiority. The XM157 integrates a laser rangefinder for precise distance measurement. It also includes an advanced ballistic calculator and atmospheric sensors. A digital compass, visible and infrared aiming lasers complete the package. The gunner views all information on a superimposed digital display. The sight also features intra-soldier wireless communication, allowing for real-time data exchange. This connectivity is crucial for situational awareness. In fractions of a second, the XM157 calculates the target distance and atmospheric conditions. It also considers the wind to determine the ideal aiming point. The result is displayed directly in the shooter's field of view, eliminating the need for manual adjustments. This automation dramatically simplifies the aiming process. The XM157's technology has the power to transform soldiers with minimal training. They can become precision shooters in a matter of days. The sight simplifies the complexity of long-range aiming. This process, which traditionally would take months of intensive practice, is now significantly accelerated. The XM157 utilizes active reticle technology. It injects a digital image into the foreground of the scope. This functionality allows for the overlay of critical information for the shooter. Data such as ballistic drop, windage compensation, target distance, and points of interest can be displayed. The scope can also indicate the presence of threats, enhancing situational awareness. This integration of digital data into the field of view is a game changer. The XM157 connects wirelessly with other scopes of the same type, computers and smartphones. Its integration with the IVAS, Integrated Visual Augmentation System, is equally vital. This connectivity allows aiming and firing from non-exposed positions. For example, a soldier can engage a target by projecting the weapon around a corner. The networking capability creates real-time situational awareness for the entire team. It is a significant advancement in coordination and combat effectiveness. The XM157 scope has undergone rigorous durability testing. It has endured brutal drops, exposure to extreme temperatures, and immersion in water. The system is modular and designed to be upgradable. Connection points have been incorporated for future technological improvements. The ability to quickly check and adjust the zero is another key feature. This ensures the scope's continued accuracy in any scenario. The approximate cost of each XM157 scope is $10,800. This value is about 10 times higher than that of traditional scopes. Despite the high initial cost, the Army is betting on a massive return on investment. The expectation is that the sight will provide unparalleled combat effectiveness. The distribution of the new M7 and XM157 systems began in March 2024. The 101st Airborne Division was the first unit to receive them. Units focused on the Pacific, Rangers, and Special Operations Forces are among the first to be equipped. This prioritization reflects the strategic importance of these forces. The 25th Infantry Division, based in Hawaii, will begin formal acceptance in January 2026. Implementation will be gradual and strategic, focusing on frontline units. Not all U.S. Army soldiers will receive the new systems. Only about 23% of the force, corresponding to 111,428 M7 rifles, will be equipped. The M4 and its 5.56 mm caliber will be retained for support roles. They will also be used by non-combatant personnel. The focus of the implementation is on close combat forces, such as infantry and reconnaissance cavalry. These units will benefit the most from the increased firepower and precision. The Marine Corps and SOCOM, the Special Operations Command, have not yet adopted the new systems. There are significant concerns preventing their adoption. The main objections include the added weight of the weapon and ammunition. The reduced ammunition capacity per magazine and the retention of existing calibers are also factors. These concerns indicate that the complete transition to the M7 and XM157 will not be universal. The different needs of the forces impact adoption. China has been observing the NGSW program since its inception. Reports indicate a silent panic regarding the new American technology. The standard Chinese rifle, the QBZ-95 and 5.8 by 42 mm caliber, is clearly outclassed by the M7. The American weapon holds an advantage in range and penetration. Beijing has already accelerated the development of the QBZ-21 in 6.5 to 7 mm caliber. However, it faces enormous challenges in creating a complete ecosystem for ammunition, fire control, and logistics. China is decades behind the US in terms of development in this area. The technological gap seems insurmountable in the short and medium term. Russia's situation is even more precarious in terms of individual weaponry. The country still relies on the 5.45 by 39 mm AK-74M and the AK-12. The Ratnik III program, which aimed at a next-generation rifle, has been frozen. The war in Ukraine has diverted resources and attention. Russian factories are focused on replacing losses suffered in the conflict. The capacity to develop next-generation weaponry has been severely compromised. The XM157 requires cutting-edge semiconductors, artificial intelligence software, and complex integration. These components are critical to its advanced functionalities. China is approximately 5 to 7 years behind in the manufacturing of next-generation semiconductors. Export restrictions imposed by the US exacerbate this disadvantage. Russia has virtually no domestic capacity for advanced chips. International sanctions severely restrict access to foreign technology. The technological gap between the United States and its main adversaries is widening exponentially. This difference could be decisive in future conflicts. One of the most frequent criticisms of the M7 is its magazine capacity. It uses 20-round magazines, with a 25-round option, in contrast to the M4's 30-round magazines. This reduction means that soldiers will need to change magazines 50% more frequently. In combat, this need can be lethal, exposing the soldier to additional risks. The M7 has recoil comparable to that of a 7.62mm battle rifle. This is a significant increase over the smoother recoil of a 5.56mm carbine. The stronger recoil can be problematic for less experienced soldiers. It can cause fatigue quickly and reduce accuracy in rapid-fire situations. The combined weight of the M7, the XM157 sight, and basic ammunition is at least 9 kilograms. In contrast, the M4 with optics and ammunition weighs approximately 6.55 kilograms. This increase of 2.45 kilograms is substantial. It contributes significantly to the soldier's total load, impacting their mobility and endurance. The XM157 intrinsically depends on multiple electronic components and a battery. Failure of any one of these elements can negate the sight's advanced capabilities. In a combat environment, durability and reliability are paramount. The reliability of the electronic system in real combat conditions has not yet been fully proven. Production of 6.8mm ammunition is only just beginning in factories in the US. Scaling up this production to meet the demands of a high-intensity war represents a monumental logistical challenge. Ensuring a continuous supply of a new caliber is complex. It requires massive investments in infrastructure and planning. Most NATO allies use the 5.56mm caliber for their assault rifles. A complete US transition to 6.8mm would create a logistical nightmare. In joint operations, the lack of ammunition standardization can be critical. Interoperability is a cornerstone of the alliance's effectiveness. The M7 and XM157 systems represent a significant innovation in individual weaponry. However, this evolution comes with considerable costs and challenges. The US military is betting that its inherent advantages outweigh its disadvantages. Meanwhile, adversaries like China and Russia face substantial difficulties in keeping up. This technology is transforming the individual soldier into a more lethal and precise force. Connectivity and situational awareness mark the beginning of a new era in combat.